Good afternoon, I'm Jessica Elliott, Executive Director at Habitat for Humanity of Lehigh Valley. Welcome to our first annual Raise the Roof virtual fundraiser. We're here today virtually with you because of the pandemic. We'd love to be with all of you in person, but unfortunately it's not possible today. Housing is so important to everybody. It's something tangible that we can all understand. It's a feeling of safety, it's a feeling of security, and it's what we bring to our homes. We bring hard work, we bring hope, we bring ideas, we bring passion home. But what if you don't have a place to go? Where do you bring all those things? We all deserve to have a safe, decent, affordable place to live. When families come to Habitat, they're looking for an opportunity. They're looking for a hand up, not a handout. And that's what Habitat creates. Habitat for Humanity of Lehigh Valley takes away roadblocks for families who have tried and tried and tried. It creates those places where hardworking local families can create memories with their kids. They can build dreams with their kids. And that's what Habitat's about. Thank you for helping us raise the roof for affordable housing. And thank you for bringing life to our mission at Habitat. Thank you for being here today.
I didn't know what the future held when we got into this program. But as time went by and as we proceeded in the process, things started to unfold in front of us and we started to see what the organization really stands for. We worked alongside a bunch of great volunteers. A lot of people came out to show a lot of support and it was overwhelming. For me to own my own home has been a great sense of stability, not only for me, but for my family.
It feels like really fun to have like a house that's just ours. We feel special and we feel like we're like a part of like something really big.
For me, it's been great, you know. Ever since we moved in, we have done some minor touches to the house to make it ours.
When I first looked at even the house, my life just felt like it just changed. And what my room looks like is it's pink and it has lots of stuffed animals. And I have a little room, a little area where I can like read books or play with my toys.
Habitat has given me and my family a sense of stability. And we're forever thankful. And we're not going nowhere. We're staying put for now.
I started with Habitat in Lehigh Valley in 1998, and what got me started was an awareness when I retired in 1996, an awareness that there were opportunities out there for me to do things that I'd never done before or had really not been heavily engaged in. And at our church, we had a family who had qualified for a Habitat home and were looking for volunteers to help them get the hours that they needed in order to obtain a home. And so that's what got me started. And I got started then and have been happily engaged since then. My favorite parts of volunteering, and there's more than one, is the obvious giving back, having the opportunity to do things, particularly in retirement, that I didn't have the opportunity to do before. But in addition to that, I very much enjoyed meeting the homeowners, being part of a team that's helping them, having an opportunity to meet new people, and to really gain friendships, particularly with the Habitat team. And having been involved for some time, there have been a number of people that have come and gone, and I've enjoyed every one of them.
Once upon a time, as I was trying to find my direction in life, I actually turned to carpentry. And I built houses for about 2.5, maybe even 3 years. I derived so much satisfaction from a creative perspective through building, and in some way that led me to Habitat.
I think it was about a year after we moved to the Lehigh Valley. Ellie Cummings asked me to come help set up at the first auction that I worked on for Habitat. We believe that if we live in a community, we should give back to that community and be a part of that community. And Habitat was a great way to jump into our community. Our children have started volunteering with Habitat. Our son Theodore worked in the Restore when he was in high school. We hope our youngest son does as well.
Habitat is particularly unique for me and for both of us because I am, throughout my whole life, have been a very hard worker and believe so much in the power, the need, and the value of hard work. And Habitat's mission, it's a hand up, not a handout. You know, people that can get engaged in the program are given an opportunity, but they have to work hard at it. They're not given a house, they're given a chance at a house. I think about my home, it's shelter, it's safety, it's warmth, all those things. And that's all captured within the Habitat mission, and it's very powerful. I participate in the board, I participate on the finance committee of the board. We as a family participate financially to the organization. I also do envision a retirement where I'm out on the work sites. I look forward to picking up my hammer again.
The work I do is what I can do, what I have time to do, and I think everybody has time to do something to give back to their community.
With respect to receiving this award, you know, the word that comes to mind the quickest is I am humbled, we are humbled. I think I can speak for both of us when I say that we feel like we don't deserve it. I wish I could give more. I feel a tremendous sense of humility, but also just incredible gratitude. For me, I would suggest for us, it's more recognition of the value of the Habitat for Humanity mission and what we do for the community. So thank you.
I hope that our small efforts encourage other people to volunteer, to give, to shop at the Restore, to help in any way that they can.
The most fulfilling thing about this job is actually getting to know the families. I think one of the best stories I have is a house that was the first house that I was assigned when I was here that I saw through till the end. And the woman had 3 children, and her middle son had never seen the house during the entire time of the construction of the home. At the dedication was the very first time that that young man got to go see his room. And I got to be a part of that, and having kids myself and knowing that now they have a safe place to call a home, that I think is probably will stick with me for the rest of my life.
So it was really neat to see everybody supporting this person and the person just excited about their home, and also like in tears of being so grateful for all the work that went into the home and everybody that helped.
This community is like really, really helpful and really, really nice and kind to everyone.
Everyone is helpful and everyone wants to teach you things.
They coach you and teach you, whether it's on site or even in the Restore.
They really care about what we like or what we love.
A lot of love does go into the program.
You know, you mentioned love, and it's such an intangible concept. It's that, you know, abstract noun, but at Habitat we make it a verb. We love every day by what we do, in what we do, and for what we do.
In Habitat, we always talk about having that Habitat moment, and for me it was actually my first home dedication. It was with a family of 4, and I walked upstairs, and the young boy was actually sitting in his room, and he was sitting there leaning back against the wall and just looking up and smiling. And then during the time that his parents spoke about their process with Habitat and the home dedication, he actually stood up there and cried beside his parents because he was so proud of them.
It was awesome to see everybody gather at this dedication, their family, the volunteers.
I felt so connected to everybody there. Every person there was concerned and truly heartfelt. And Allie's over here and she's like, I'm crying, and she's like, because she's like, I know exactly how you feel, because it's such a, and you know what, even the second home dedication, the same thing.
So that was where I was like, wow, this is my job, this is what I'm doing, I have a purpose.
It's just, you just feel it in your heart, you just know it's right.
I think the best way to describe it is that we're a family, and you get to see families come into these homes and make it their own, and it's the greatest feeling.
I think Habitat's mission is all about empowerment. We empower the families in our program to make better lives for themselves.
When you come out on site or when you go to the office, everything kind of goes away. You're there and you instantly click into this mode of, it's not about me. It's about these people who are going to finally have an affordable, safe, and stable living environment where their children can thrive and grow up and have a future. And when you know that you're part of such a big mission that's completely other-centered, it changes your life.
I didn't think that I would have the opportunity to have a home, more or less build a home from scratch. At the same time, I'm building a home. My son was in football. My daughter, she was in soccer. I am in school still. I have one more semester. I have a full-time job. It was a lot, but I made it through. I think I probably exceeded more than 250 hours. It didn't even matter. I was just so excited to do it. I came back all the time, every day. They probably got tired of seeing me. Living in my home has created for me, and being a homeowner, warmth. I feel at home. I haven't felt at home until I've received my home. When I'm out shopping, I can't wait to get home. If I'm out eating, I can't wait to get home. I just love being in my home.
Home is where you make your happy memories, where you get to laugh with your family, but it's also the feeling of just being at peace. And without that, I don't think I'd be able to have the confidence that I do to go and achieve some of my dreams. I think my wow moment was when we finally moved in, and then the first morning I woke up and I walked down the stairs and I looked around and I was like, I can't believe I'm living here. I was so thankful to finally be in my own home.
If someone asks me about Habitat, I tell them it's awesome. It's some awesome people. I've met some awesome people, volunteers. Everyone is helpful and everyone wants to teach you things. I'm already a go-getter, but it made me just want more. Even after I have received my home, it just made me want more. So I'm still reaching for them stars.
This year we were really challenged. We got a 2-month late start because of the COVID. And I just remember thinking, coming back out here, right back on this site in June, and thinking, I wonder how many guys are going to be out here. When I got here, there were 15 guys standing here with hard hats and masks on, ready to go.
To come on site and to see how dedicated and just how passionate they are about the Habitat mission and building homes that are safe and affordable. They're waking up early, they're coming out in the rain, like you said. It's just awe-inspiring, absolutely.
Habitat means to me not just passion, but purpose. knowing every day that I'm working towards something that is meaningful and that the people that we work with, and whether that's staff or the families, all agree and all have the same passion and purpose.
When I was younger, my grandfather was a construction worker, and I knew that his intention when he retired had been to volunteer with Habitat on house builds. Unfortunately, he passed away before he retired and never got to do that. And that was a large part of my motivation, was to kind of get to do some of the work he never did. Been able to work with a lot of wonderful homeowners, see how much commitment they have to their own betterment in this and the commitment of the staff and volunteers to helping them along. I've seen a lot of hardworking people putting in a lot of time and energy in this store, and it's been inspiring to watch that.
Habitat provides an avenue where I can make a commitment to come out and work. I really get a sense of accomplishment at the end of that day. No matter what you've done, whether it was painting a room or framing a bedroom and a closet, you can see that difference that you've made. And these families are achieving the American dream of home ownership. I don't know anything too much more noble.
Well, I got involved with Habitat over 20 years ago, and I wanted to find a volunteer opportunity that would be rewarding.
As a psychiatrist, I've always worked with homeless people, and when I came to the Lehigh Valley about 20-something years ago, I wanted to participate in a charity that was trying to help improve housing stability in the valley.
It has really made my life it's been a very rewarding activity. Feeling the faces of the families when they get their home and have their dedication.
The tears in their eyes, it really was amazing to see that, but also to see all the people that work on the houses, all the people that are involved in it, and that has been incredibly rewarding.
Habitat has been part of my life for so long. It's been wonderful to have an activity that uses my skills and allows me to help people who are trying to help themselves.
Seeing Habitat grow from a small building in the middle of Allentown with computers that were donated that didn't work, and to see it grow in the tremendous way it has really has been breathtaking.
Well, I would say that sustainability and hope are real key concepts for Habitat. As far as the hope, you see it all over the place in the faces of the families, the volunteers who are so dedicated, and the sustainability. I strongly believe that home ownership is an incredibly important force in society, that it gives people a stake in society and makes them care about their neighbors, makes them be better stewards of everything that they've worked for. I would say that the best thing about volunteering with Habitat for Humanity, the Lehigh Valley, is the incredible variety of ways you can help. There you can work on a construction site, you can be on a committee and mentor the families, you can help them in their financial education, you can help in the office, you can help with events.
It is a tremendous honor to receive the award in reflection for how much joy and fun and excitement I've had working with my wife, volunteering for Habitat.
The fact that it's called the Community Award, I think, is particularly appropriate. What we've put into Habitat in terms of our time and donations, we've received back 1,000-fold, and I feel honored to receive the award.
My name is Karen Rollins Fitch, and I am the Government and Community Affairs Manager for Gateway Health in the Lehigh Valley and Capital Region. So Gateway supports Habitat because they feel that our missions are very similar. You care about ensuring that there's affordable housing. We care about making sure people are able to be healthy enough to be in affordable housing. It's important because when you have a safe home, a secure home, you are healthier. When you have newer heating, air conditioning, and cooling systems in place, that allows for you to have better air filtration. That gives you the ability to have less triggers for asthma in your home. That gives you the ability to have less impacts from respiratory disease in your home. That's just a way for us to be healthier. And so providing a safe, affordable home is important, and it's why Habitat for Humanity is important. Also why it's important for Gateway to support Habitat for Humanity, ensuring that the health and wellness of our community stays intact.
Renewal by Andersen is the replacement window division of Andersen Corporation. And we've worked with Habitat now for, I'm 10 years, with the business, and it's been a great relationship for all 10.
Everybody knows Habitat for Humanity. It's got a great name behind it, and it's really, you feel it. It's one of those companies that you want to support because you're supporting our local community, and those are the people that support us. We partner with Habitat and also Restore, and I can speak to a story there. So we had a customer, he was a shop owner, and he had a big front window, and it actually cracked, and he was able to go to Restore and get this gorgeous new window for his storefront, which was neat because that's helping him attract new customers. And again, it's something that we can look at and we can pass by in our cars and say, yep, that's us, and it's a very unique situation, but it's also a great partnership. Makes us feel good, we're excited, and we can help their local business as well.
The reason why we do this is my family is local, and we like supporting local businesses and partnering with them. We have a number of basically co-marketing projects that we do with local businesses, and we look at this as another opportunity to partner with great folks, because that's really what we look for. Is we look for people that we want to work with that are really good long-term partners, because we have had ones that we've been with since I've had the business almost 10 years. They're still there, but again, a lot of them are local businesses that we continue to support, and they support us. To me, that's the most important thing that we can do.
And Habitat is really just somebody that, again, he says we like to partner with, but it's about the relationship. And that when we run our business day to day, that's what we really truly care about, is that relationship with our customer. And again, that is what we like to extend and what we feel like we get back from Habitat.
I'd like to congratulate Renewal by Andersen of Northeast PA, our Corporate Engagement Award winner. We're honored to recognize their amazing contributions to Habitat for Humanity of Lehigh Valley.
One of my favorite stories is a year ago, we had one of our core volunteers, a 30-year volunteer, become very ill, and she needed an emergency operation. And the operation went well, and 3 days later I went to visit her in the hospital, and she couldn't wait to tell me that the doctor who had operated on her grew up in a Habitat house in Allentown, and it was a house that she worked on. So that kind of linked everything together for me, and I always told all the guys to never doubt the impact that you have. Even though you're out here, pounding nails, the impact goes far beyond just creating one affordable house for one family.
So the Restore provides opportunities in a cost-effective manner that would not necessarily be available to individuals. They're having a new beginning by getting a house or getting their own apartment or even our own homeowners.
But I think the moment where it kind of sinked in was when I saw the site, like when I picked my house. And when they put that first frame up on the first floor and just seeing that shape come,
That to me made this very real for me.
They can come in and actually, start a new life by getting, paint or furniture or small decorative items, whatever it is to actually make their home their home.
So it's like you just want to take care of it, and you just think of all the ways that you're just going to treasure this, this beautiful thing that happened, and this beautiful gift that you're given.
And to be able to work with these people and then watch their kids come in after the house is built and have them run around and say, which is your room and which is my room.
I'll have a backyard, so I'll be able to just be outside and invite people over and have those experiences and memories that I haven't been able to have yet.
They can invest in their children's education. They can also invest in the essentials in life, like healthcare and food stability.
We were able to have a savings account and actually learn how to work and deal with my finances. And with those tools, it was almost like I was able to conquer the world.
It also is creating a ripple effect.
You see the changes in the area, and you see certain projects going on in the area, and it's just good to know that the organization is moving forward.
So it's so much more about just that roof over your head.
It's a life changer for them.
I learned about Habitat through a co-worker who had just recently become a homeowner. She had moved into her home and told me all about it and insisted that I see if I could apply and qualify, and I did, which I was really surprised. So at that point then, things have been rolling ever since. So I've been involved now for just over a year. Just being able to see my home start to come to life is super exciting. That's not something that you can experience necessarily outside of this program, or very few people experience that outside of this program. So that is something I'll never forget. Also, it just shows you when people come together, what can be done. I'll look back and remember this, and I'll also want to in turn be involved and continue to volunteer and continue to just be a part of some of the things that Habitat does, because really it does come together through the blood, sweat, and tears and sacrifices of so many people, but they're giving us our dreams. So I was a little overwhelmed thinking about committing to the program. But now that I've learned everything and now that I'm a part of it, I really just see how that little boost, that little step up is really opening a lot of doors for me, a lot of doors for my family. It's just putting me in a place that I never thought I would be, and I'm gonna be better because of it. So my family and anyone I know that I come in contact with, they're just gonna be blessed because I've been blessed. So that's the way I see it.
Well, I'm involved with Habitat. I got approved for the program about 2 months ago. This is amazing. I never thought that I would even find a program like this. This has helped so many families. I didn't even know it existed until a friend of mine actually told me about it. She knows my situation with my 2 boys. I'm a single parent. And she just said, this program is perfect for you. I applied, I got approved like a couple weeks later, and that has changed my life. My parents, they've tried to own a home for so long. When I grew up in New York, it's more like an apartment type of situation. We didn't have no backyards. We didn't really have that kind of life that you are able to have here in the Lehigh Valley. And when I think about having my own house, I think about my kids, really having a childhood, playing in the backyard. So it's like a sense of pride and joy for them to have what I didn't have. So as soon as I think about this program and Habitat, that's what I look at right away. Since then, I've been doing my sweat equity hours. I'm trying to bank them out as fast as I can. And it's just amazing. This program, I think, which will change my life completely. And my life will change my kids' lives, which is what I have been working for my whole life, basically.
I talk with the team about the fact that the better we do at the store, the more houses we build.
When you think of the word community and you break it down, common is at its root, and you have a common goal, and it's a bringing together of people.
We really want to be part of the community, and that's ultimately our mission, to build affordable homes in the Valley for families. And we rely on our staff, our volunteers, our community, our shoppers.
It's amazing to me the guys that continue to come out here in their 60s. Most of them are in their 70s and some in their 80s.
I'm like, you're how old? She was like, yeah, I'm like 70. And I'm like, you can't be. It's some awesome people. I met some awesome people, volunteers. I haven't even met anyone from Habitat that I could say, you know, that wasn't helpful, because they all were in every way.
Well, learning how to volunteer is an acquired skill. Not everybody knows about how to volunteer. And one of the core values of Habitat that I really like, besides giving homes to people who are looking for homes and needing homes, is the idea that you learn how to become part of something bigger than yourself. Sometimes I have skills that are able to lead the job. Sometimes I have skills that I just need to be a helper and help one another complete their jobs and their tasks.
When on the build itself, I do whatever it takes, whatever work is required. It might be sometime, as you see, I was helping to build the railing. I could be tiling the kitchen or the bathroom. I could be putting siding on the outside of the house, putting up scaffolding, installing windows, just about anything.
Restore offers the community a great way to help the communities. It's an opportunity to support the people in the area that don't have housing by coming in here and buying stuff that you would like to buy anyway.
So far, over 512 tons of product has been diverted from a landfill and brought into our store to be cleaned up and resold into the community.
All the money that we get that comes into the store goes into building a house, and it goes into building another house, and these houses come together and they form a community, a stable community.
Neighborhoods are communities. Neighborhoods are places where children thrive and grow and play and learn. And Habitat is such a large component of the local community. We give local, we support local, but we build local. You don't really realize the ripple effects until you see it come together at those dedications and at those times when, whether it's the local shop or the local restaurant or a community partner that's working side by side with the families.
I think that fuels their desire to do more and come out when maybe the weather's not as nice as it should be.
It's always great for me to come out here in the morning and just see the hearts and the dedication of the guys that come out here. That motivates me. No matter how cold it is, whatever the weather is, the guys are always here. And that's a great motivator for me. Talk about service and the impact of volunteers. It's always an uplift to see these guys.
Thank you for joining us today for our first ever virtual Raise the Roof fundraising event. Thank you to our sponsors, our donors, our volunteers, our staff, our families, and our advocates at Habitat for Humanity of Lehigh Valley. Our work is not possible without all of you who believe in us to make a difference for our local hardworking families. It's because of you that our mission is made possible, the mission of building strength, stability, and self-reliance through shelter. We're all in this together, and together we will raise the roof on affordable housing here in the Lehigh Valley. Thank you.